to your bullshit. Yeah, it's about that time. Damn, don't you look foolish?
Hard deuce. Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Authentic Epic Boom, and this is part deuce. Okay, I'm gonna call it Ground Zero, part 2. Preachers in churches. Churches is gonna be a great place. I grew up at church. My church foundation started off in Los Angeles. When I was really little, I remember being baptized in the church. I remember a lot of great things. I remember church being a little overwhelming for a kid my age at some points. It was fun. I have a lot of friends. Shout out to everybody I grew up with at church. A lot of great memories. But also, a lot of craziness too. I remember we went to church so much, it used to boggle my brain. We would go to church daytime. So we had to go to, let me see. We had to go to, forgot what it's called. Damn it. Hold on. Okay. We had to go to the church for the young kids inside of the hall. I remember that we had to do that before church. And I remember going to church from 11 to like 2. They would do a lot of singing. They would ask for offering. The choir would sing. They would get done, and then he would preach for like about 2.5 hours or so. And then they would ask for people who was willing to give their life over to God to come up. Anybody with testimonials and stuff like that. He would give a little bit more of a speech about life and God and things of that sort. I'm only speaking about what I know. I know a lot about religion, but this is what happened at my church growing up as a kid. Okay, I remember seeing my great-grandmother, my grandmother, my mom, and other family members and other people putting money in the little envelopes. And, even the bulletin became a thing because they talk about the sick and the shut-in is what they called it. For people who were at home that were sick in the hospital that couldn't get, we would pray for them. Talk about what's going on in church. Everything was, categorized by what's going to happen now to the end of the service, okay? And it was a nice church. It was we had Reverend B.O. Berg, who passed away, and then it was given to Pastor McKnight, and that's when the problems began. He was cool. He was a good pastor, but he's no longer the pastor of that church. I want to know why. Let me tell you why, honey. Dudes, man, whoever's watching this, bro, sis, he's no longer the pastor. And it's not a surprise to most people because he was embezzling for the damn church. I'm surprised he's not in jail, okay? I stopped going to that church when I was in elementary. Went a couple of times in junior high, but he embezzled a lot of money. So it's sad because you leave your church whimpering for money and things that they need. They actually started renting out the church for money to a Latino church because they needed money and they wanted to expand themselves, which makes sense. But it's sad when a pastor does that, and he has to step down or you have to make him leave because he's stealing. And my thing is, you giving money for him to steal? So that's what we doing? So all these years, he just been embezzling, and not only like he don't get like a big paycheck, not only that he don't get a yearly salary, not only he don't get a free house on the church, cars and everything like this. I remember seeing how many beautiful robes was made for him, how many women used to just really flourish and try to spoil him with stuff and flirt with him and things like that. Like I said, it's just another gang, another church. I feel like it's Ray J of Love or Flavor of Love with ugly ass, what's his name? Y'all know who I'm talking about. I can't think of his name right now. The dude that looked like a dinosaur in the face. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Flavor Flav. There we go. I just thought of it. All right. So that's all it is. It's people that's communing that want to judge, be in your business, be mosey, come to church for a man. It's a dating app before the dating apps with all the problems, the glitches. You cool a minute, whatever else. We used to have like after church, a lot of times they would have church dinners. Sometimes they would charge for the church dinners. I remember when it came to church, we had to go to Vacation Bible School with the church. We went to Magic Mountain with the church. We went to Camp Maranatha, another church with the church. Everything was with the church. Vacation Bible School was at the church. I remember those nasty ass bologna sandwiches with the sandwich bread with the relish and the mustard. I like them separate or not on top of whatever brand that was, and however they mixed that, they didn't mix that well. But it was a lot of good memories and friends and stuff like that. I remember being baptized. I remember having braids hitting my face after getting baptized. I remember being chosen for being junior choir director. Me and my friend Rashid, I was 9. And at 9, I started writing songs. So this was really major for me, okay? And she picked me, and she was the director, but she picked me and Rashid. Shout outs to him, because we follow each other on Instagram and Facebook and stuff. We've been friends since we were little. Our parents know each other. So we were both, directing junior choir. I mean, yes, I was nervous, but yes, I was excited. And I had so many family members that was there for me, including my great-grandmother. But what I noticed about church, there's certain people, of course, there's the ushers and deacons and the deaconettes. But it used to be a row of these ladies that used to wear, what did Eddie Griffin say? These hats that look like plants. Or whatever. They were very beautiful. Some real dressers. Everybody was like a clique. Everybody was in their own little cliques. But it's just sad how many people, have been affected by churches. Why they stopped going, how the money disappears and stuff like that. And how they want to charge you arm and a leg for something that you help pay for. And just in the monotony of churches, how they try to get you to, to join. And if you haven't joined or have never been there before, they'll look your name up. I've heard about stuff like that. How they make you stand up in front of everybody and it seems like people want to approach you like you go into a timeshare ready to buy something. So it's a sales tactic to get you in. And if most people knew what I knew now that I'm grown, that these pastors then they get really super paid to be at churches. Because I've seen people struggling, trying to get a glass or want to give money to make sure they're going to be at next week's program. Those things are not cool. It's politician bullshit. It's games. It's pimping people out of their money. When you ask it 3, 4, and 5 times a day in one setting, and then you have night church and you want to ask for more money. And I'm not saying the church don't need money, but a lot of that money is not being used wisely. And we have to watch where we go, what we do, and who we decide to allow, sit in front of and really believe them. Because Joel Osteen was somebody I would get up and watch on my TV. If he had a church out here, which I heard he had one in Lakewood, I would have went. But look at how he acted. He waited till people made a fool out of him and dragged the shit out of him on Twitter and everything else for him to open up his church doors to 16,000 people, in those seats to help them. When people have lost their homes, their cars is up, at the top of their cars can only be seen. It's lost everything, lost loved ones, and you're not thinking about helping them. It took for you to get dragged to actually help people, and then you have some major backpedaling and pussy popping ass excuse. No. I believe I can have church anywhere when I want to. You don't have to believe this. Whatever you believe in, you believe in. But I no longer go to church. I haven't been to church in a long time. I even started going to gay church at one point in time, and I just feel like it was more messy than it was anything else. I can praise God right here in my home. I can pray to him in my bathroom, my bedroom, when I leave for work, whatever I got to do. I don't have to go to church. So I just feel like it's a game. It's a riddle. It's like playing Russian roulette. You might not come out on top. You might not be alive. You might leave a bad taste in your mouth. A lot of these churches don't even want to help you. Have y'all seen the TV show Greenleaf? It's real. Those things happen sometimes to where something can happen to you and your church don't even back you anymore. But they'll back your money. They'll still be willing to take that. So it's a gamble. What makes them any different from drug dealers? What makes them any different from pimps or these politicians that lie to us? Because they feed us a spoon of goodies. And sometimes they snatch you back. Or take the spoon too. Because they're selfish and they're thinking about them. Alright? So like I said, I grew up in church. Boy, there's a lot I do know. And it's interesting how church is the first reality TV show we've actually had. That's real life shit from me. If you think about it, when you think about how people come dressed, how people say, oh, I'm coming. How many times have you heard somebody, or you said, I'm going to go to church to find me a man. I'm going to go to church to find me a woman. Not that it's not a good place, but that's a known fact. How many times have you been like, damn? Or you look around, people dressed like they're going to the club. It's a reality show. It's a gamble. And it's people fucking with your money. Not only for the bills in the church, but for themselves. If you think about your pastor, you might be dressed fucked up because you're trying to pay all you can. You might be, don't have the money you can, but he's dressed to the nines. Is he willing to give back? Is he putting you in a program? Are they establishing things or make it seem quote unquote, like they're establishing things to actually help you? Help the community. Are they doing that? Some churches are. Some churches are a front for doing that. So I just said a hell of a lot. Ooh, boy, I've said a hell of a lot. What y'all think? What's your thoughts and your concerns on this? Because I'm going to stay spiritual. I'm going to stay believing in God. But I don't think I'm going to ever step foot. I won't say ever. I don't think I will be stepping foot in anybody's church. So, if you're going to one, think about what I'm saying. Be happy with whatever church you're in. I'm not trying to sway you away from church. I'm just letting you know what a lot of these churches are. And beyond preachers of LA, I've experienced it from I'm a kid to a, you know what I'm saying, to junior high. I went to several churches within that time, and just think about what I'm saying. Think about all what I'm saying to you. Have a good one. Next time, I'll see you soon. Like, share, subscribe, and I will be back on. You guys will get this. You will get this Friday. And then we'll be on to something really, really cool on Saturday. The thing that I said I'm going to introduce you to, so you can laugh with me and at me, then we're going to get into that. All right? And I'll see you soon. Mwah! Love and blessings. Epic boomers, keep it booming, and I'll talk to you soon. Love you all. Bye.
On up to your bullshit. Yeah, it's about that time. Damn, don't you look foolish.